Like, Grand Rising. I just saw the time, and I'm rushing around. How are you? Oh dear. I was pulling cards for the spread, and I lost track of time. Awesome. Oh my goodness, what was that? Where is the charger hole for my phone? Why is this so difficult? Sorry, I will stop fidgeting in a second. Oh my goodness, this is way too difficult. What is going on? And yeah, I bet that's not even the right way. There we go. Alright. This thing is fully twisted on itself. Hokey dokey, artichoke. Alright. Is this the view? Is that the view? Sorry. Alright, so I've got these cards here so far, and I'm just trying to get a good glimpse of where everything is going to sit. Ah, goodness gracious. 109 seconds to do all that. Awesome. Well, to start again, g'day, hello, Grand Rising, how are you? Collective energy reading here. Sorry about the fidgeting around with the phone. Still, it's the timing thing. I should have set an alarm for when I was coming on, and yeah, I just didn't. So it is Friday night here in Melbourne. I've got a green candle. I've dressed it with my incense, but mostly it smells like lemongrass. Yeah. I love fire. I'm not sure. I'll leave this here by you. Silver and gold, I might not have it much, but hey. What I have I offer in abundance. G'day! It's Chris! Elemental cartomancy. This is more than the middle of the night for me, actually. This is, I woke up, I caught up with you this morning, and, yeah, caught his live this morning, and then, went to sleep. I'm gonna give you that, because I can. Alright, so in the very center of this reading so far, I'm getting the Page of Wands energy. I'll chat intermittently, but yeah. G'day everyone. Hope you're comfy. Center of this reading, Page of Wands. This is curiosity, creativity, enthusiasm. Now, I will say here that Five of Pentacles came out, and so did the Seven of Swords. It's usually a difficult energies, but being that it's on the inside of the clock, it's workable. Depending on the way that you interact with it, or the way that you move forward with it, it can have a good outcome. It's more about your attitude to the circumstances, however it's presenting for you. This enthusiasm, cute. All right. This enthusiasm, I'll start with that card that just dropped out. It's the Hanged One. So, letting go, sacrifice, pause, or new perspectives. So, if at the very beginning of this and you've felt that you've got any resonance with these next 4 cards, this will be if this reading is for you. Desiree, hello. How are you? I've got to catch Elizabeth again and do the same. How are you? This Hanged One. So the energy that I'm feeling, the energy that I'm looking at here is like, so you've got this creative seed that's been planted in your heart. So page energy. It's like the curiosity of a child, the magic and wonder of a child, there's something that's happening for you in your world. It may be in alignment with your passions. More than likely in alignment with your passions, because it feels like it's propulsive. It feels like it gives you forward momentum without... Ooh. G'day, Rita. How are you? Gives forward momentum without needing much effort, and especially because that Hanged One came out next. So this is a bird inside of a spider web. So normally birds would be predatory for spiders, so I recognize that that's interesting. But I will say, fairy wren, very small birds, could get stuck in a spider web. I mean, the spiders here in Australia are very strange. Very big. Alright, and then the next card that comes out is the... I was going to say 10 of Pentacles. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, change, destiny, life cycles, and karma. So this one here is falling into the career position. So straight up, I'm feeling like either this shift in perspective has given you like this long-term outlook. Long-term, watch your volumes. I'm gonna ring a bell 3 times. Woo. There is something about resonance. Just loading up some Palo Santo as well. So this Wheel of Fortune, this is a scarab sitting here, and whenever I look at this card, my brain goes back to The Mummy. These 3 movies, I think, that had these terrifying little creatures that would come to life and crawl under your skin and eat your brains. Like, oh. But anyway, this is the Wheel of Fortune. So the scarab won't harm us here. It's actually here to probably confirm for you that the investments that you've been making, the directions that you're going in, because I wanted to say the 10 of Pentacles originally, it's like this ancestral kind of vibe is coming through, like this shift in perspective. Maybe you've recently connected with some elders, past or present, and you've just balanced something, because the center of this reading really is 1 court card surrounded by 4 major arcana and then 4 minor arcana, and all of them have an interesting lesson behind themselves. So with this one, this is justice. Whatever balancing you've done on the inside. fairness, finding balance, decision, legal matters. And this one here falls in the love and possessions. So just before you emerge into your partnerships, or just before you merge into your transformation, you go through this justice moment. Which to me is like you're able to go through the commitments, you're able to go through the journey that you signed up for, and I don't know, I'm aware that this is Libra energy, and also I definitely feel the energy of Maat, an Egyptian deity. Sorry, I'll just catch up on chat. I was just looking at it. Chris is saying some of the cards are face up. So while I was shuffling, they flip, and I really only like to take cards that connect with the table. Otherwise, it just feels like Spirit's giving an opportunity to give glimpses, and then usually at the end, once I've wrapped everything up, I'll just read through anything that's upright, because that could be something that somebody needs to hear. It's a commotion. Is this you? Is this Desiree and Elemental Cartomancy's first time meeting? Awesome. You guys should share your pages anyway. I love it when people connect, especially when we're like all across the world at this time. That's the brilliant thing of the internet. Right. So in the love and possessions, I don't know. This is just before you express those two things, partnerships and transformation. So this is really potentially whatever comes out in those positions later. This is what is... This is how you're going to present in those two scenarios, whether it be partnerships or transformations. Just make sure they're right side up. And the last card on the inside that's important to know if this will resonate with you or not. Willpower and emotion. This is the Lovers. Lovers is like a choice. That's the quickest word to come to my head. A choice. Love, relationships, harmony, cooperation. Watery energy with that one for sure. Willpower and emotion. So on the back of this page of wands moving into the Lovers, it's like whatever choice you're being presented, it's like you've taken this creative opportunity, or you're taking a creative opportunity, and ooh, I don't know, you're either going to work with the aspects of yourself. So I'm noticing the two colors between the seahorses, the blue and the pink. That could either mean male, female, but it's like two different lights is what came into my head as I was looking at this. It's like two lights coming together and forming a totally new light. Whatever. It's a driven moment in the wheel. It's willpower and emotion. So those those 5 cards should give you an indication if this reading will be for you, but if not, happy to have you sit along, ask some questions, and once I'm done pulling the 22 cards, I can give anyone any kind of reading that they'd like, I guess, with the cards that I've pulled. Alright, so moving to the north. So just before you express your passions, and there's an internal call potentially for you to find some rest, recover. Yeah. You can do this in increments as well. It doesn't necessarily need to be done all in one hit. You can rest as often as you can, as often as you want to. That is an act of self-love. So if you're being inspired to take that step and really look after something within yourself, then I say that this is a good time to do it. What's the date today? 26th. Libra season. Amazing. That's a lot of upside down cards with the Empress. So the Empress will take the second position. These cards did connect, so the Chariot, the Eight of Wands, Eight of Swords, the Devil, Eight of Cups, the Star. Wow, that takes a turn. That's brilliant. What cheer is again? Ooh, I should light incense. I forgot to. Okay, that's a wheel starting to happen there. So I want to finish the internal. So this rest moment. So it's inspiration, getting a new perspective, making a choice, and then coming to this opportunity. So the word Selah comes to mind. It's a Song of Solomon's kind of reference, and it just means to rest, like a heaven-appointed rest. Yeah. Two of Swords after the Star. It gives holiday energy there. Like the new perspective, like you're going to take yourself to a place where you can really get some rest, where you don't need to be worried about anything with the Hanged One, and then the choices that you're going to be making. I don't know, I get the energy that you're with someone wherever you're going towards this rest. It's interesting. The Emperor and the Magician trying to jump out. Alright. So in the eastern part of this quarter, the internal quarter, have the Seven of Swords in reverse. Now, instantly this is, they're like, I don't know, it gives like, rogue energy, cloak and dagger kind of energy. Seven in reverse, just being called to be truthful, vulnerable, and avoid impetuousness, I guess. Oh, impetuousness, what does that word mean? Oh, what did I do? acting or done quickly without thought or care. Reckless, over hasty, heedless, impulsive, rash. Impetuous. I don't know why the words impetuous fool come into my head. Like it's from a cartoon or something. So that there, I will show these two cards together. That there is like this spider walked away and left this hanged one in its web, and it's walked away and it's done something, but that's just the truth of the spider. Like if the web was no longer working, like it looks broken. If it can't eat the bird, then it's gonna have to leave it all sort of there, because otherwise the bird might get it. So if in this I'll go back into the center. So spark of creativity, feeling inspired, feeling like childlike. I can do this. I can do this. I can do what? I can do this time that I can be a little bit uncomfortable, but I can gain what I need during this uncomfortability in order to be able to elevate my perspective. Comes through here, because 7 is quite a nice number. Normally, it's just in this card, it's surrounded by swords and spiders. Spider. But if this creative spark also led you to be like more willing to move in the direction of, say, you're having a career change conversation with yourself, with your spouse, with your significant other, because this is like a long-term thing, so something that you've worked on for some time, and then feeling the results of that enough to be able to just within the collective that you're participating in, within the however you're going to express this is what I'm feeling, because East is like air, so the communication or learning. So that's really interesting. It's like you were a bird and then you learnt to shapeshift within these 3. So maybe you're actually going through a spiritual kind of exploration, discovery moment. 7 of Swords, I just see a staircase. Like a fairy staircase. Just this and you don't really know where it's going, but you know you're either going up it or down it. Anyway, so down south, 5 of Pentacles is also pretty cool energy in this spot, because it gives foundation here. So this card, before I show you, is a polar bear sitting on either a piece of an iceberg or an iceberg entirely. You can only really see what is on the top. You can't see what's underneath unless you're willing to get a little bit cold and have a look. But so polar bears are scavengers. Where they live is considered a desert. We have the King of Wands showing up. That is wicked. So, ooh. So that actually sits in the connections and network spot. So however you've done it, we'll get to it eventually, but you've gone from Page of Wands energy, feeling Page of Wands energy, to connecting with people and then perceiving you as King of Wands energy. So you've been working on something like meaningful, and That's closed. Last two cards. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we have I'm just putting the cards down. Death in the 12th position. So whatever this whole thing is, I'm wrapped for you. Whatever it is that you're doing, however it is that you're doing it. We've got the Emperor in the 22nd position as well. So I'll just place it over the top there in the middle. Ah, the camera's weird. You guys haven't been able to see the middle. Oh no, I'm gonna drop everything again. Alright. I'll stop playing with the camera. Brilliant. Alright. I'm gonna grab some crystals. Desi is asking, Desiree, sorry, I don't know if I can call you that. No, I don't. No children for me. That's just my Snorlax. My sister gave it to me. Snorlax is a Pokemon. Ooh. Getting I don't know what this is. I think it's it's come out before. Similiated quartz. I don't know. I picked this one up actually at a shop that is now closed nearby. I got a reading done there. Bought some items and stuff like sage, but she's closed. She's moved to her primary location, I think. It's amazing that things can even be portals. Like port keys came to mind with that. Selenite. I always like selenite, especially because this one's rolly. Tourmalated quartz. Okay. What did I say? I don't think I said that though. I wanted to be a dad for a long time. It's part of my story, my journey as well. I want to do a little bit more bits and pieces about telling everyone who I am. I guess it will eventually be peppered through the stuff that we connect with. But yeah, hold on. We were at 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles was the polar bear. So this is like worry, feeling left out, disappointment. But what I'm seeing there, and that's probably why that whole description came out before, like the scavenger, the desert, within desert scenarios, life is difficult. So the crossovers of interactions are, for lack of a better way to explain this, quite violent. In nature, the bear will eat whatever it can get its hands on, usually seals, juvenile ones, because the adults know better, and the animal kingdom is a whole other thing. Very cool. And I'm definitely looking at this card from the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. nature spirits definitely come through with this deck as well. And it's like the downloads are full scenery type setting things. So as a foundational card, this Five of Pentacles, it feels like you've either been able to discover what it is that you need from your environment or from your collective, and you're able to connect and integrate where and how you need to. But you're bringing your Five Pentacles. It's like the whole idea of like a potluck. Everybody brings something, and you've got something to bring. Which is why you probably went through this balancing, and why these commitments that you made to yourself, to your journey, to your adventure. This is why you're experiencing. So with justice there, I don't know, if judgment was here, I'd feel like, okay, collective, are you getting separated? I don't know. But judgment's not here, but it still could mean that. It does have to do with legal issues, but in your favor, I don't know, maybe you're going to copyright something, and it might cost you a little bit to do it, but you're I don't know, the commitment is something that you want. Just because the devil comes out in the 6th position on the outside, the external clock. And I can't see that you would have made this time investment. I can't see that you would have made this, like, it doesn't feel like a gamble here. It feels like an investment with the Wheel of Fortune. I keep looking at it. And then the last card for the internal. Is the Six of Cups. This is really giving like happiness, harmony. Nostalgia with the daisy chain. It's very much like stuff that happens, like a flower girl is what came to my head there. Stuff that you see when children participating with society, their roles, their little roles that they can be given. This card here actually sits as the reflection or the mirror. So this card coming off of the Lovers. So like creative beginning here with the Page of Wands develops into this well-rounded, I heard, with justice, quite passionate with the Lovers, and then with this, so that's 6-6. It's like an emotional portal. I don't know. The thing that makes me say that is that little cup there with the, I don't know what liquid it is, but it looks like the world is in the cup. A lot of yellow energy there. Is that like the sacral chakra? Alright, so that was the internal of the clock. How does everyone feel? Do we need to do a stretch? I might. Reach up for some stretching. Calm down, angel wings. If you've got like a desk type job, or sitting at a desk watching videos like me a lot, This can feel nice. You'd want more space so that your arm's not crashing, but yeah. You can roll your shoulders backwards and forwards by twisting your arms, your hands forwards and backwards. And my favorite, rolling the shoulders back. I'm only doing this because we are literally about to talk about 12 cards. It's like, let's get ready to rumble. I forgot to turn that candle on. Don't. Oh. I think I just unlocked all of that neck tension. Also, my hair has grown. I didn't realize because I've been doing it in those top knot thingies, and pushing it back without knowing, but yeah, my hair's grown. Anyway. Let's grab a drink of sobs with cordial. Should I put the headband back on? The only reason I was wearing it was because I lost my hair tie, and I don't know where you buy them. I don't actually think and even the headband, I went to like an esoteric shop and just saw it and I was like, oh, I've been looking for a headband. Yep. Yeah, esoteric shops in laneways, they have premiums, which is okay, but yeah. I loved it. I love it. I'm looking at it now. Ooh. Alright. Collective, everyone in chat. You ready for this wheel? This wheel's intense. I like this mostly because I look like Donatello. That makes sense. No, well, I mean, I've never... That would probably be in like the toothpaste and deodorant aisle. And the shampoo aisle. Alright. So at number 1 here. So if you're taking this as a zodiac reading, this would be the Aries position. This is the first position on the face of the clock. Woo! This is self and identity. So I feel like you're having... So this is the Fennec Fox. I discovered a YouTube video on it. Excuse me, I forgot. I drank the soda water. Excuse me, sorry. So this little Fennec Fox in this picture, they look quite adorable, quite cute, quite comfy, cozy. And, I mean, it's a good pick for harmony. There's 3 little foxes here. One staring straight at you, and the other's sort of giving little... making noodles on the other's back. So this could be also divine connection, so with the 10 there. This could also be love. So in the self and identity position, this here is like the journey you've gone through to get here. It took some rest and it took a change of perspective, and then definitely required you to have that internal spark to know exactly what you were looking for to be able to manifest it within your reality. So being able to have that clear shot, you probably took some time to take a break, recalibrate, where am I going? Do I want to go in this direction or do I want to go in this direction? What is going to cost me energy versus what is going to give me energy? Ooh. And then you get to this harmonious experience on the outside, potentially having some divine connections, meeting people who are able to help you achieve your goals while they're achieving theirs. Like concurrent energy is what's coming through there. It's not like, and then this is like reality unfolding with two people going in the same direction. It feels like it gives propulsion. Like no, like competition is fun, but we can leave that to sports. In the second position of the clock, we have the Empress. So this could be the Taurus position. This is values and discipline. Empress here is responsible for feminine power, creativity, fertility, expression, and pleasure. So this 10 of Cups on the back of the Page of Wands, moving into the Empress, it's very I don't know, stable energy there. Just because we do get in the 22nd position, so the final card for the reading, the Emperor. So, in order to become, or in order to arrive here, so your values and discipline in alignment with, it's like your creative ideas have, because I'm seeing seeds with this. Always with this I see seeds, and it's like I really get this image of somebody walking through like a forest, and everywhere you walk behind you, like little flowers and mushrooms are spawning. In World of Warcraft, it's called Cenarian's Walk. You could get a blessing. And then you could walk around and you'd be creating mushrooms and flowers everywhere you go. It wasn't for damage or anything, it was just an aesthetic. But that's what I see with this card. It's like everywhere you go, you're either like picking up seeds that people are offering, or you're planting seeds where people need it, is what I'm saying. And because it's coming on this back of the 10 of Cups, that initiation energy you got from that, like this fulfillment that you got there, is what is enabling you to walk this way. And it is stable, like Taurus kind of stability and drive in that Empress, like to see the fullness of what could be, just because. The third position, communication, innovation, the Chariot, Gemini. Gemini is the third position, but the Chariot really is Cancer energy. What's happening with this Chariot here? Because it comes on the back of 7 of Swords. So again, we had 6 on the other side, and we've got 7 on this side. 7 of Swords in reverse, and then Chariot. So it's like this realization that you came through from shifting your perspective, or the vulnerability that you experienced within you is now giving you more control, more because the Chariot is usually the two sphinxes with the square in the chest, which represents the will. And then you've got the stars as well on the canopy of the chariot. Ooh. So these three cards, the next card as well included. These three cards form the Eastern message as well. It's almost like something occurred where you could have felt internally like things weren't going to move your way, things weren't going to become fruitful. But it's spirit-led, source-led, and this is why you were able to spin your own wheel and get like jackpot after jackpot, just taking your steps forward, because that's the Hanged One and the Wheel of Fortune energy of this Page of Wands as they experience this. And this is like allowing your inner child to take the platform, to take the front stage. Or even like allowing the Holy Spirit or allowing Source Universe to guide you, direct you, lead you. Either which way, the vulnerability that you've been able to feel internally is what unlocked your ability to steer your chariot. Like, get this third person perspective now and understand that when the mind and the heart are in alignment, you can just move. There is no delay between even the desire occurring. You're just able to move towards it at a pace, is what I'm getting at, is because this card comes out next. This is the fourth position on the clock, and this is representative of Cancer, the home, the inner world. And this is quick energy. Yeah, this is 8-1, so like speed, action, excitement. Bird, bird, bird. Bird, bird, bird. So this here would be the Eastern message. So you're going to be, and this would be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini messages, or it could be what I said before, so Taurus, Gemini, Cancer messages. You know, this is an interesting reading. It's really, it's you guys have done a lot of work for the Zodiac, for the collective. You've been able to communicate effectively where you need to communicate, and you've been given directives, or are given directives by Spirit. And it's this trusting that you're, I don't know, the co-creative energy that you're stepping into now is, it's more than, it's like trusting, but it's more than that. It's knowing that the universe has your back. Because this bird is just flying through the arrows. It's getting hit. And you guys are the air signs, so 3 birds coming out there is cool. Very, like, almost like 3 swords. Woo! Alright. Give that a go. And we get to the 5th 6th and 7th position, which will form the south, which will be like the Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. So the beginning of this in the 5th position, 8 of Wands here, sorry. Eight of Swords here. 5th position, Leo, messages for Leo maybe. Creativity and passion. So 8 of Swords has been coming up a bit. When this comes after the Wheel of Fortune, and especially because we started with the curiosity of the Page of Wands, this definitely feels more like the process of being given something over like a lineage, because swords used to be passed down. And if you've got 8 swords and there's no real sign of like 2 forces, it's just one force. There's one little creature in the middle of this safe space. Like, it's peaceful. So normally this would represent denial, helplessness, feeling stuck. But here on the back of the Page of Wands, with the Wheel of Fortune tipping into this energy, I don't think so. I think even if it is a circumstance where you're feeling a little bit trapped, where you're feeling like you can't see the way forward, where you're in need of help, like, you can ask, because swords is air, communication. Like, this experience can be done alone, but you can ask for help. Like, you can ask for help, especially if you didn't go through that Wheel of Fortune energy, but you went through the 5 of Pentacles energy, right? This already can feel like you're on the outside, and then if you're feeling like you're on the outside and then you're feeling like you're alone, that's an intense energy to be going through. And it's 8-8. So before we got here, we went 8 of Wands, and then we went 8 of Swords. So that's definitely feeling very, very, I'm giving energy. And you might feel like you're in your head. But it's not, the energy doesn't feel trapped. It doesn't feel stuck. It feels like you need to give it a purpose, give it a meaning, give it the situation that might be presenting itself like this for you. Give it an opportunity to express itself. Especially if you haven't gone through it before, and you can give it attention here and then remember that process the next time you go through it, so that you don't get stuck here. You just move forward with your sword or swords and go on, because it's 2 away from 10 as well. Like, to get to 8 swords, it would have taken you some time. That's what it felt like before. That's why it felt like it was coming from family members. But this can also be like mental combat, mental specifically because we go into the devil here. This is a Venus flytrap, I think. But the creature that we're looking at of importance is the, what is this called? Praying mantis. Woo. And for an earth for an Earth message, this is like Capricorn energy anyway, so it seems appropriate that it came out here, but this is like fear, addiction, egotism, restriction, materialism. But I feel like for somebody who's gone through this Five of Pentacles experience, you're not going to come into the devil energy the way that you might think or the way that you might fear. You're going to come into it really humble. So any commitment that you make with anybody else, I believe that you're going to make it within your parameters, within your energy, within your power. Like, you're not affecting anybody's will, you're not affecting anybody's anything. You're just you're just experiencing what you came here to experience. And with the devil as well, a lot of energy that comes out for me is soul contract, soul mission, soul purpose. The devil. Goodness gracious. The devil does sit in the Virgo spot. Capricorn actually sits in the 10th spot. So this is the 6th one. This is work, this is health, and this is embodiment. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, 8 of Swords, Devil, and 8 of Cups. Walking away, that is cutting losses, abandonment, letting go. And this is in the Libra position, or the 7 position, or the relationships and connection position. And all the tarot readers just went that is a dense little speed bump. So this letting go, this feeling of abandonment, you're already, so how do we understand this when it began as a Page of Wands, right? Like, willing to connect with reality, willing to connect with the experiences, willing to interact, integrate. And how did this curiosity and creativity get to the point where you're walking away or feeling abandoned? So this is you walking away from the devil energy, walking away from the 8 of Swords, because normally there's a cup in the stars, I think, and then the 8 cups are sort of stacked up in front. 8 of Cups energy is like pre-hermit for me, the way that I see it, the way that I feel it, the way that it's textured. It's it's difficult to do. So just then I felt in my shoulders, I felt this huge, like, just release, and it felt like 10 of Wand energy, not so walking away from something that then it's literally the devil and the 8 of Swords. Okay. You brought balance to this curiosity, you brought balance to this creativity, you were really measuring it's like when you so you're balancing a feather on the scales on the inside. Nobody's seeing this interaction. You're being inspired, you're being led by your enthusiasm more and more now, which is why Five of Pentacles presents out as the devil. It's like you're aligning yourself with your highest timeline, and so it takes you some sacrificing. So not in a negative way, it's like goals that only you know. So only you know if you're at your ideal weight, if you're at your ideal stage of career, if you're at the right whatever it is for you. Nobody on the outside knows. So when you present to the world, you're showing up as you desire. And so any of the commitments, so you going into this, instead of moving into this locked in the mind head state with the Eight of Swords, you realize, okay, what is my commitment, what isn't my commitment, and how do I move forward? Where do I need to move forward? How do I? And then you just do. You unlock yourself. And you move towards the more, because you've already experienced this in this clock. So if you're at this, you know you'll get around the clock eventually, and then you'll get to the Ten of Cups. So this is fine, especially because the consequences, like the next card is the transformation. So the next card being the transformation. Is the Star. Oh my golly gosh. So you get here, you get to the Star. Through either the Six of Cups, the nostalgia, the harmony, the cute, this portal that you open through opening your heart, doing the balance work of this heart work, and then the Star. 17. Sometimes I don't read the Roman numerals. Happiness, spirituality, hope, good fortune, and faith. What is a transformation? That transformation? Yes, please. If that feels like it doesn't give any pain, it doesn't give any like, apart from you having to walk away, but you've already done the walking away. So then the becoming or the transforming into the Star is just so the Star here, that's actually Aquarius energy, but we're on the Western cards now. The Star is sitting on the Scorpio position, so this could be transformation and power. Wow, Star power. I celebrate you. I think for people who are able to, especially people who are able to take up their magical wand and go out and try and collaborate, try and connect, try and give something to the experience so that the experience can have something of you. That's such energy that sort of can't be filtered, tamed. It doesn't get stopped, which is probably why it's coming out like this. You did internal work in order to balance it, and now you're just the star. And I just see fireworks like. That's absolutely what I see with that. Moving into the 9th position, so with Scorpio transformation power. Oh, that's what the fireworks were. So it's almost like Roman candles. If you've ever that YouTube is full of lots of different things. Have a look at Roman candle Duel, Duel. I don't know how safe they are, but yeah. Yeah, this is all just one deck. 22 cards, one deck, actually. I've been meaning to release this deck to anyone that wants it. So I need to do some kind of video on that. Charging my phone means this will move down eventually. Anyway, that was the wrong direction. The 9th card on this wheel is the Sagittarius position. This is the Wisdom, the Soul Call. This comes back on the back of the 6 of Cups through the lovers, through Justice, and originating at the Page of Wands. This is a readiness here. Samurai fighting fish or something like this. Oh, no. Sorry, it's a full tarot deck. The spread is 22 cards. This is Mike Orion's... Where is the box? Just here. Mike Orion's Animal Tarot. Oh, look. It's even got the Wheel of Fortune and the star on it. So this here, Two of Swords. Balance, decisions. By this point here, I'm feeling that you've made your choice. It's not a matter of how this nostalgia affects you, this remembrance. It's more about moving forward in the way that you know how. It's very much what was being said in the middle of this reading, where you are the only person on the planet that knows yourself wholly, fully, with no blockages. You know what your karma is, you know what your life path is, you know where you're going, and it's... Normally this would be like a faith type card, and sitting in like the soul call, it's like normally it would be like, but this here is like, stand in what you know, stand in Stand in what you know, stand in what you trust. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces with the east western message here. Because you've got the like, it's tested. You're tested. You've tested your metal. The experiences that you're having and the way that they're showing up, the way that it's like this auto manifestation thing. Like, you're connected with source, you're connected with your own intention, you're connected with your own mind, with your own heart, with your own reality, and you know what you need to do in order to bounce between the frequencies, in order to give yourself the experience A that you're looking for, but B, give the collective that you attach yourself to or are found within the collective experience that everybody's hoping to have. And when you're not coming in as competition, you're not coming in with these swords raised, you're coming in with them in their sheaths and at your side. Nobody gets alarmed. Everybody just sort of sees you and welcomes you, and then you sit down, and that's like the vibe there. You can sit on that chair, and instead of holding the swords, they're just at your side. I think that makes sitting down awkward. But anyway. Ooh. In the career and legacy position, so the 10th face of the clock, this is the Capricorn. We actually get Temperance, which was the Sagittarius energy. Temperance angel, it's been called that. And this is patience, balance, acceptance, resolution, moderation. I just get Cancer energy with this a lot, like that little lobster on the moon. This is work-life balance. This is knowing when to take a break. This is knowing when to invest in the relationships that are important to you. This is knowing when it's time to balance your emotions, when it's time to have a look at your emotions. Whatever it is, you're doing it. There is no hesitance in that energy. You're like, by the time Temperance comes out, you've already gone through the lover's experience. Like, you've already made that choice. You already know where you're going. Being a fish. Is that what it is? What did I say? Samurai something. Siamese fighting fish? I don't know. They're very pretty. You've already made the decision, so even if things remind you of the past, even if things like you see your reflection, your twin flame, it's like, oh, hello, you identify the energy. You got this duality experience comes through there. Ooh. That's really cool. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys are showing us in the collective how to stand firm in our choices, allow ourselves to bring our own justice, therefore standing in our own power, and really using the past as a fuel source to drive collective into the future. Beautiful. Loud noises. When we get to the... Sorry, Daisy. And everyone that's watching. I should warn, I think. I don't know. How loud is that stuff? I have to wait till I'm watching back on the recording to know if I've deafened even myself. So we have the Zodiac Super Hit Bluebell. So we're getting to the top of this wheel. We're getting to the 11th, the 12th, and the first position. I will reiterate because it's part of the northern message. We have the King of Wands. So this is Leo energy with the card, the Lion. Normally I'd say it's Aries energy, but in this position it's actually Aquarius for the 11th. This is collective and purpose. It's the tail. It's the tail that I'm looking at here. It's the tail swishing. So this is like success, leadership, self-confidence, and when it's in the position of collective purpose, it's like this is what I was talking about before. Like, remember I said the Page of Wands started all of this, and then in this position you come out like the King of Wands. It's an 11 as well. Like your success. Can I say that, Spirit? You know where your success is. All you need to do is access it. However you're holding yourself back, process through the hold. Realize, learn, and move forward. You've literally, I don't know, this energy's been coming up a bit in collective. The 12. This is the Pisces position, the 12th face of the clock. This is the soul, the hidden strength. This is a Scorpio card in and of itself. This is like loss, endings, rebirth, change, transformation though. Transformation! Fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You start in the King of Wands energy. Leo, Aries. You go into this Aquarius. Go into this Scorpio, Pisces energy. Woo! It feels like you're doing lifetimes of learning now. Like now. I think the axolotl is such a great creature for death specifically because it can regrow its limbs, its tail. Amazing. It takes time, and obviously the older they get, the slower they get at that process, but they've also got that egg in the middle, which is glowing like this red and yellow orb. So it's like root and solar plexus energy, but it's like also fire, like molten lava, molten fire. So Phoenix energy here at the top, like this is you discovering your own soul. Wow. So the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you guys are showing up in collective in your own light. So I say that with the Ten of Cups because normally there's a big rainbow going over the top of it, and that's like the rainbow is an illusion, just like the moon. Like the moon is an illusion because we only see it because of the sun's light. It gives off no light, so that's why, depending on where the planet is how much of the moon we get to see. And that's the same for the rainbow within the normal 10 of Cups card. It's the light. And this one here was the self and identity. So you're realizing it's fire, it's passion. In Avatar, The Last Airbender, Aang has the ability to access all of his timelines, all of his previous lives. It's called the Avatar state. So even think the James Cameron movie, The Avatar, those avatars were demonstrating the shifting of consciousness. So passing through the 12, realizing your soul experience may have felt like a rebirth, like a real ego death. Coming to the realization that there isn't much that you need to do but show up, and when you show up in places that you're led by your passions, by your desire, success is something that is yours. It's not something that anybody gives to you at that point. You give yourself your warmth. You give yourself your drive, your ambition. You're aware of keeping your influences light. Otherwise, if you put a wet log into a fire, it will smoke and smoke and smoke and smoke, and then eventually it will, well, if anything, the smoke will catch on fire too eventually. But you need dry timber. Like that dry timber is what gives you that energy release. It's ready to release the energy. And so you're aware now, as a vessel of light, you're aware now of, I guess, your responsibility or even your own soul purpose to bring people's passions back, or align yourself with your passion, so that then your fatigue management becomes something that's secondary, because primarily you're focusing on what brings you joy, what brings you excitement, enthusiasm. Wow. Air signs. Fire signs, sorry. That was Wizard. And the 22nd card. If you can imagine, we've just created a beautiful tree in our minds with all these cards stacking on top of each other, building this beautiful little tower, and right at the top of the little tower or tree is the Emperor. This energy has been coming up a lot, not only in the readings that I've been doing, but even in my real world. Stinging nettle is a herb that's attributed to... I've lost my green book. It's attributed to Mars, and Mars is like Aries energy. And the Emperor is Aries energy. That fizzy drink that I had and that water has just mixed and made me somewhat burpy. The Emperor, it's a beautiful elephant. Beautiful element, and it's holding an Ankh. This Egyptian stuff keeps coming out. It's like memories or something, like downloads and stuff. Quick ones. The Emperor is authority, masculine power, leadership, and structure. I even feel throughout this reading, as I've done this reading, and I'm suddenly smelling like lemon, citrus lemon. Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, and God the Father, be present here and now. Send your angels, archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, and Metatron to be present here and now. I call you in the form that you are able to appear for the purposes of protection, insight, clarity, revelation, and overall empower us with your spirit so that we can continue to do the work that we are doing within this experience, within this reality, and allow us to continue to only realize that we are taking steps through life. We start with this beautiful curiosity. We eventually make our way into this success that we have really guided ourselves towards. Looking at the chariot again, we've guided ourselves towards this success. We've enabled ourselves to enter into commitments, enter into contracts that were of benefit to us or of service to us. And when we applied our faith, looking at the two swords, when we walked in the opportunity, when we didn't compete, but we actually came and we brought our color, our flair, we were able to elevate ourselves to this self-made success, feels like there. And Creator Source Universe literally blessed you, elevated you to the rank of Emperor from the Page of Wands. Which really, what I'm saying there is, you've elevated yourself to a place with such stability that now you master your emotions, you master your mind. And that is more than most will ever get to. Especially if you've been able to remove external processing. If you've been able to really give yourself permission to stand in your own power, in your own light, and not need anybody else's light to be dimmed in order for you to feel important, relevant, anything, because you dictate now what you feel when you feel. Ta-da! I can see myself a little bit. This journey going from the inside of the clock to the outside of the clock, it's a very personal journey that you're having with the universe. Like a very personal journey that you give yourself permission to experience the way that you want to experience it. You're not allowing your emotions to become flooded. You're not allowing your thoughts to run away. You're really staying here now, and you're connecting with what is calling you. That's a beautiful gift. This is a beautiful reading. Yeah. This was a beautiful reading. It's really beautiful energy. Like, it's very transformative. Like this and I guess this is where it comes from. The transformation occurred as soon as you were ready. You wanted to. Like, you realized that the limit didn't exist. It was just, it was an illusion. And you passed through it. Tum, tum, tum. Ugly duggly. Would you like me to pull some cards for you, Desi? How are you feeling with that? Anybody else, if you'd like me to pull some cards for you, drop a question into chat or general energy, and yeah. That was the general collective energy for the next 24 hours or so, whenever you tap into this reading. Gorgeous. Please. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just a messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. I mean, whatever, but... please, if anything resonated with you, please leave a like. If you wanted to let me know what resonated with you specifically, you can leave a comment after this has finished processing. And yeah, if you'd like to follow along for more of these types of readings, I'm gonna try and get to them every day. Especially when a message comes through. So yeah, you can subscribe and hit the bell. Make sure it's white if you want to get all the notifications. Otherwise, just leave it wherever it lands, and I'm online somewhere for some message, and I've got a bunch of playlists that you can check out, and all of those playlists sort of interact with each other on a zoomed out perspective. But yeah, so thanks for coming along, and now I'm going to do some readings for chat because I have time. It is 12:43 a.m. This has become my normal bedtime. All right, Dizzy, what deck would you like me to use? I've used Mike Orion's in here. I've got the Crystal Tarot, Crystal Magic Tarot. I have I think this is a Colin Barrett Reed, the Good Tarot. No, yeah. I've also got the Elemental Tarot, which is a family sort of major family court. So I typically use them if people want like family stuff. Oh wow! Thanks, Chris. Thanks for hanging out. I'll use the Orions then. Do you mind if I just pull them? You've already gotten all the info from the other ones. Whatever comes out from the deck then? I think 78 minus 22, your chances are whatever's left in the deck. So all right. Wow, we're all different times too. Desiree's time is 9:44 a.m. and Chris's time is 3:44 p.m. and I'm 12:45. Cool. Yeah, it is. I mean, I did fall asleep after the live that you had this morning, or yesterday morning now. Ooh, huge messages coming out for Dizzy. There's a lot of hidden stuff. And it all fell in this corner. So transformation, partnerships, or works and services. So 3 of Cups falling over partnerships and works and services. We've got the 5 of Swords landing over the top of that. More so on the partnerships. So these landing like this, exactly like this. 5 Swords, that energy is like loss, conflict, indecision, falling on top of the external. So this is something that you could be perceiving on the outside. If you're seeing any conflict at the moment, potentially within relationships, or within some kind of engagement that you've made, like work or something where you're serving. Like, I don't know if you go to church or anything and volunteer like that. Then we've got these cards sort of set like this on top of transformation and partnerships. So we go 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, 4 of Wands, Queen of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, Strength, and the 10 of Wands. Holy dooly. Desiree, what's your sun sign? I think I've asked you this before, but I try not to carry any info into the reading so that it's just... I don't know. It bogs me down. No, I didn't pull cards this morning. I was watching, but I did say that I fell asleep afterwards. I've been waking up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, even if I go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night, which is my normal, like, at the latest bedtime. But today I went to sleep basically 9:30, near 9:30, and didn't wake up until 2:30. Okay, so Virgo, Libra cusp. Stellium in Virgo. Oh, you know more about the astrology than I do. I just asked for the sun sign. I'm a baby. I'm a juvenile astrologer. I try so hard. I need somebody to walk me through it somewhat. And it feels like it's so changeable as well, so flexible. Anyway, Virgo came out. Where did Virgo come out before? The Hermit. No, Virgo didn't come out in this reading. Must have been another one. So for Desi, this energy here, so the conflict that you could be perceiving on the outside, this conflict starts a chemical reaction. It starts a chemical reaction. It starts a domino effect is what I'm feeling here. And this moves you from partnerships into transformation here, whatever it is that you So if this is conflict here, and then this is some kind of loss, it's like the conflict needed to happen in order for you to go through this transformation. This is where then you go into the 4 of Wands energy, and 4 of Wands energy is very much like harmonious energy, I want to say, for me. Like it's comfortable, like celebrating something. So this loss can even be letting something go. Like, so you go from 5 to 4. You go 3, 5, 5, 4. So that's why it could be even letting go of something. The letting go of something that might have been an emotional burden, or a relationship that's no longer in the same energy. It's like, I don't mean like letting go. It could just mean like honoring yourself more through this scenario. So you just take one person off of your plate, and then you're more available for yourself, for the things that you want to do, for the things that you want to express, and the way that you want to express. And yep, a huge burn for that one. It's still going. It's just smoldering. It's no longer giving the incense effect. put the incense towards the center, I guess. And then maybe you'll see that smoke. Queen of Wands. Okay, so Desi, you go into Queen of Wands. This here is power, creativity, determination. You've already had the potential experience you experience on the outside, the success, leadership, and self-confidence. But here, it's like you get the extra wand anyway, and then your transformation is like cusp. You said Virgo, Libra cusp. Yeah. So this cusp, on the outside, you're being crowned a Queen of Wands. People are going to be able to see this when they look at you. They're going to see your passion, your excitement, your energy, and they're going to see through you. I don't know. I'm looking at this Four of Wands, and it's the bird. They're going to see through you, through your eyes. And then once they see the hard work that you've put into whatever this is, whatever it is, because this could just be even a conflict that you've had in your mind, like between wanting to go in one direction or another, and then whatever it is something that you've worked really hard on, and to the point where you've even been given the strength card. So it is going to give you a long-standing strength to continue through any kind of situation or occurrence. We get the 10 of Wands at the end. This is actually like putting all those wands to use. It's a beaver on top of a dam. Like, the dam is the home of a beaver. It lives on the water and it goes in and out as it desires, requires, and yeah. You've already got the strength, Desi. You've done the work, the Eight of Pentacles. You've been crowned either by yourself showing up for yourself the way that you have, or releasing yourself to show up the way that you want to. It's beautiful harmony, and yeah, the letting go comes from you coming to peace with whatever the conflict is, something that you've been thinking about. But it should bring a good one. Yay! Well, that was your reading. I didn't know how many cards were going to come out, and I'm just going to show you bottom of the deck. We got the Magician. So keep doing what you're doing. Your energy is reading Wizard. It's oh no. It's reading like you were born for this. So who can stop you? What can happen when you're living in your purpose, when you're living in your power, and you're not in competition? Beautiful! Desi, thanks for letting me read your energy. I really appreciate it. Good. Thanks for hanging out. Mr. Chris, Mr. Elemental Cartomancer. Would you like a card or two? Or whatever comes out, really. I'm not picky. How cool. I do love doing this for people. Lately I've been All right. Do you have a deck in mind? You already know what's in this and what can come out of this. The Orions. Otherwise, I'm feeling this deck. The Good Tarot. Ah! Okay. Whew. Jiminy Crickets. 6 of water coming out bottom of the deck energy. We got a lot of cards pop out for you. Quite a lot of cards actually. I'm gonna read the cards, and they also fall towards the more on the inside outside. So this can be manifesting, this can be dreaming energy, this can be like creating, the moment of creation. 6 of water bottom of the deck. The first card here is 3 of cups, 3 of water. This here is a siren. She's holding 3 cups, one over her head, one at her waist, and then one with her tail. This here feels as though you're engaging in relationships. You're going to the next level, I want to say here. The networking, the collaboration, it's changing from like it's because the way that it feels there is becoming solid. It's normally when I'm reading energy, it's very spherical. This is more like a square-based pyramid of like direction. Everything that is happening is it's like your emotions, the way that these 2 cards sort of sit on each other. It's like you walk away towards the things that are being revealed to you, like your internal light is guiding you towards whatever this is. And then this is like, this landed on the partnerships, but also on the love and possessions position, and then dipping into transformation. So this is why I said it's like it could be something that you're thinking about doing, or that you have been already stepping out into reality. So we get the six of fire, 6 of wands. So I really see this working out for you. This feels like a victory or a success. And behind it is like ambition. So success is behind your ambition? Wow. Ace of air. Ace of swords. So it has to do with communication. I'm getting that this is literally going to be like you stepping through your own levels of consciousness, like your higher self, your lower self, and integrating the messages of the higher self, like where you're wanting to be, where you're wanting to go, what you're wanting to do and achieve by what time and date. And then the lower self is just these, it's like this expression of how can a creature fly? It has to let go of the ground first, or the tree, or the thing that it's holding on to be able to fly. So transitioning from this, potentially the relationship that you're having with yourself or with your reality, and how you're treating reality, how you're treating yourself, is how quickly you're going to enable yourself to feel like, I can put this energy into experiencing what I want to experience. Very healthy. Then on the transformation, Queen of Earth. Hooey dooey. Queen of Earth, Nine of Earth, Messenger of Water, the Magician, and the Three of Fire. This feels like three little messages in one. So that's the energy I'm looking at. Got the Magician, Queen of Earth, Nine of Earth, Messenger of Water, and the Three of Fire. Chris. Messenger. I think they're called. Oh no. I'm gonna have to find. I forget what they're called in this deck, actually. I usually get so lost in the pictures that I don't remember to look at the words. Just grab the book, Chris. No, so we've actually got Page of Earth. So the messengers are knights. What is underneath that though? Six of Fire. Yeah. Woo! Queen Earth, Knight Water, 9 Earth, Magician, 3 Fire. This is a very, very, very nice balance of the energies. I've got 2 Earth, 1 Water, 1 Fire. I'd say the Magician is somewhat masculine, being that the High Priestess can come out as... So this is 3 feminine, 2 masculine. This third message, this is interesting, because this feels like it goes into its own sort of internal, like inside of the message. It's like the seed of the fruit. You're stepping into this new authority. You're stepping into this new authority within it's where they recognize you, where you've got recognition for something that you provide for everybody. And so, however, wherever you're showing up, and then this expression, I don't know, as soon as you do that, like, as just the moment that whenever this thing presents itself, if you're feeling as though an opportunity presents itself where it's an investment that you've already done, like you've already got it, like it's something that is just waiting to be unlocked by you recognizing that it's always there for you. This is where Queen of Earth energy and then nine of Earth energy really, I've always felt that this is like Empress energy, and then Queen of Earth as well. She gives that very opulent, very like fervent, very I can hold space for you and we can grow together kind of energy. And then the 9 is like you've gone through this personal journey where you've arrived at where you've arrived because you've put in the effort, you've allowed yourself to go through all of the stages that you needed to go through, and this will move you to have the connections that inspire you, drive you, but it feeds it. Like this message is like it's like a the more you engage with the people, or the quicker this happens, like the more this happens. So these engagements that you're about to have, when you're expressing yourself in front of these people, they're going to be seeing the real you. They're going to be able to give you the advice that you need, and you're going to be given almost as if by inspiration, the right talk point, you're just going to know exactly how to participate is what I'm feeling there. Anyway, that was it. How's that feel for you, Chris? Do you need any clarity on anything? But that definitely felt like a staggered 3, a 3-part reading inside of one reading. Interesting when the cards fall out. Like, I really honestly don't know what to do. That's all right. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. So I just read them. And yeah, that was 10 cards. 11 if you count the bottom of the deck. Ooh. All right. Daisy's back at the office. I think it's 1:11 in a minute or so. I think now would be a good time for me to just go to bed, maybe. That was really fun. Woo! Got transformation coming out of the deck at the end. 8 of water, 8 cups, and the 8 of air, 8 swords. Woo! Eight cups, 8 swords. So if anything, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Ground everything in your own experience, in your own reality. Balance things with what can be balanced, and yeah, just let everything else go. Thanks for joining me. I'm starting to get a little delirious, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out.
Bye.